So, weiter geht's mit Divinity. Und diesmal sind wir ein Gelabergespräch.
Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
We have to get the ship moving, and moving fast.
I could do with a few things for my satchel and a sharper blade. Let's see what goodies the Magister's left behind.
So.
We can't get this ship moving, Godwoken. We have every free hand looking into it.
Ja, ja, bla bla.
If you can.
Was ist denn Schönes? In der Kälte habe ich, Frostestung habe ich, Hagelschlag. Regen habe ich, okay gut. Was gibt's noch? Regeneration, Windexplosion. Scheiße, ich bräuchte globale Abkühlung.
Ow! What did I do to deserve that?
There you are. I was just thinking of you. One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. He's in the hold below decks, unconscious, but alive. Far from Dallas, at least. She had his ear bent so sharp it could have broken off. Oh, the usual drill, pins and hooks and matches and all that. Most of the Godwoken are dead. We've got to find out who's been hunting them, haven't we? My money's on the Godspawn. This is Dallas's ship. There's a way to move this ship on board, I'm sure of it. You'd be surprised. A ship like this holds many secrets. Hopefully you can discover some of these secrets. The figurehead has certainly caused a commotion lately. But then again, so have the doors, dying to hear them, pure breed. Meister Siva is... We'd better not leave her waiting. She's the founder of these Seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it.
Ja, was Powerful betrifft, das sehen wir dann, Alter.
Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do a place called Driftwood, host a putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
Getting it done, come hell or high water. Likely both, eh?
Ja. Ich bin gleich wieder da. So. Gut.
Freedom, sir. Our survival hinges on getting this ship moving, Godwoken.
So, guck rein. Hm? Nehmen wir mit. 51 Gold nehmen wir, Weinflaschen nehmen wir, Seil. Sehr schön. Seil, Fass, Fisch. Brauche ich nicht. Gut. Einmal Wasser. Der Deck braucht jetzt nicht zu gehen. Verfickte Scheiße, wo ist Gareth? Motherfucker, wo bist du? Ja. Warte, nein! Ich kam mir ins Zeug, Alter. Quellenhund, stirb. Ah, bist schon, ja. Hoppala. Was gibt's hier schönes? Klauenhammer, Riesennägel. Fass, Fisch, Holzkiste, aufheben brauche ich nicht. So. Über die Kettenrüstung. Quellenhund. Da ist er. Motherfucker.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, to think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood, children ripped from families, seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others. The Seekers were once part of the... When Lucian died, we waited. Yet the Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Driftwood, of course. Meister Siva's there too. She held the Seekers together. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Ja, bla bla. Was hast du Schönes? So, Beschweren und Geomanten, jetzt brauche ich nicht. Kontaminierung. Erdbeben. Gut. Verstärken hat er, ist gut. Wohnzocken. Fehlung. Reaktive Rüstung. Also Kriegsjog ist jetzt ganz wichtig für mich. Bla 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 bla. Stark. Provozieren. Phoenix-Schutz brauche ich. Blitzangriff brauche ich. Wind. Gut, das kann ich dann alles später kaufen. Ups. Wieso bist du jetzt tot, Alter? Was ist doch bei mir?
I remember this one.
Blessings to our
His name is
fallen.
Kerbin.
Pray that they may find rest.
His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Aber sonst kriegen, ach, das sind ja meine Dinger, meine Sachen. Ringos Harnisch, genau, das sind ja meine Sachen. Da ist doch jemand.
Nothing up here's gonna get her going, even for a god woke.
Pray to you for my seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. That's right, Godwoken. Another seeker is dead, so you might live long enough to face your destiny.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
She sighed.
I know. Just be careful. Nothing. The ship is
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ash.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my...
Schnell speichern, ich weiß nicht vorzusterben.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern, however.
Genau, hätte ich Spiele dabei, hätte ich damit reden können, aber ich habe Spiele leider nicht dabei, ich habe sie gekillt, also... Was ist mit der Galionsfigur? Wer bist du denn?
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Ölmonster beschwören, Polymorph. Ölmonster, Polymorph. Hier ist ja noch Polymorph, außer mir niemand, ne? Scheiße. Das brauche ich auch. Spinnbeinchen. Gut. Okay, ich kann ja noch als ich suchen.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to... The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move.
Okay, schnell... Oh, stimmt, die Formation kann ich auch einstellen. Schnell speichern. Ja, mich auch, Alter. Hoppala. Dieser macht sich einfach unsichtbar. Oh. Na komm ran hier. Sehr schön. So, die hatten nichts Besonderes dabei, was mir helfen kann. Gut, dann wäre das auch geklärt. Ja, ich suche. Ja, halt dein Maul, Alter. Plakat lesen. Okay, gut. Tomatensoße. Ja. Junge, Alter, komm auf dein Leben klar. Lagertruhe. Stimmt. Aufheben, 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 aufheben. Kombinieren. Ich brauche nichts. Gut. Ja, der Maul, Alter, du suchst immer nur an demselben Ort. Flüsterholz, gut.
Olia, you sweet girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ey, ich hab's ja gekillt.
Wish I had half a clue what I was looking for.
Hey, da bist du ja.
I must say, you may not be an eternal, but you are certainly not as temporary as many of your fellows. Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient. Livewood? You have taken a dead elf and carved it into a pleasure yacht? I knew you people were barbarians. I had no idea you were sadists, too. Well, no matter. Whatever gets me to Reaper's Coast quickly. I have an excavation site to explore. The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorance. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be. Well, you see, I have a rather pressing engagement at the Black...
The skeleton breaks off mid-sentence as he notices your hand. He pulls out a notebook, flicking through it, running a finger down the pages.
Physical contact, voice lowered, coin looks. Good heavens. Is this a mating ritual? Why, that would be excellent. I have been curious about this for some time. The social interactions, the expectations, the mechanics. Come now, let's begin immediately. I shall compile my notes afterwards.
Ich möchte das bitte unterbrechen.
Fane grabs your hand and enthusiastically pulls you behind the screen.
Oh nein.
Wish I had half a clue what I was looking for.
Well, that was most unusual.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Alter. Nein.
I mean, I had read all the leading authorities on it, but I didn't think. It's just... that thing you did with your tongue, it was quite unexpected.
Oh, fuck's sake. Gut, ich bin Baba. Was soll ich?
My goodness. It was certainly an experience, but I must admit I was expecting something more. Not from you. Certainly not from you. It's just that well, I felt nothing. Neither the warmth of your touch nor the fire of your passion. I may as well have been churning butter. Really? Even the part where you... My goodness.
The skeleton pulls a notebook from his robes and starts scribbling. You can hear him muttering something about highly unorthodox, lack of sensation, and coccyx. You ponder his words as you pick up the last of your belongings. You're almost sure that's what he said.
A team? What an interesting prospect. You certainly seem capable in Fort Joy, and a companion on Reaper's Coast could be quite educational. Very well. I am open to this. I believe you normally spit on your palms to seal agreements, but I seem to lack the fluid and the desire to touch you. I hope a hearty verbal agreement will suffice. Very well. Let's be off.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Fan, Alter, das war jetzt uncool, was wir getrieben haben, Alter. Das war echt uncool, das hätte ich nicht machen sollen, Alter. Ich wollte eigentlich ein bisschen ärgern, aber... Oh, okay, gut, alles klar. Suchen wir mal in die Hose und gucken, was die dazu alles sagt. Wo ist sie denn überhaupt?
Speak to me if you're looking. So, what'll it be?
Los, da bist du ja.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing.
Can't you say anything else?
The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
I ought to chain you up like you're hooked into me. Magister Randy, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
Ich verarsche dir ein bisschen. Aber ich möchte die trotzdem mitnehmen, deswegen speichere ich mal vorher.
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. This isn't a joke anymore. You see that, don't you? Your god wants me dead. My god? Devil? Who knows? It wants me. It's getting stronger and I need to outpace it. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks. You don't get it. I'm dangerous. You have to pay attention. You have to be willing to hurt me if I'm hurting you or someone else. Can you do that?
Magister Randy, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else?
At the time, I didn't realize how bad it was. I was glad you defended me, but things are different now. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal?
Magister Randy, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence
Well,
vessel,
all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Enough!
Gut, danke.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above my head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The hammer won't stand for that. She'll be...
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. No. They had her stand below, chained up in the dock. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks. But I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't in much of a... All right then, just... I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his... She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, elf. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then...
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations.
Genau, das werden wir
It was
suchen.
only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
Gut.
The Magister leans in.
If you ever find yourself face to face with Magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the cause, not until I was near death.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the divine. All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Ja, okay, ich werde es versuchen.
Didn't you?
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Ouch.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Seltsamer Edelstein. Das hat man nochmal damit gemacht, ich hab's komplett vergessen. Aber ich wusste, dass ich das von ihnen nehmen sollte, weil es wichtig ist. Für was war es wichtig? Guck mal kurz im Internet nach, setz mal Edelstein.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung. You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung. You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Also der seltsame Edelstein. Na okay, doch. Den braucht man, um das scheiß Tor zu öffnen.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Oh, hier ist der Spiegel. Ich werde erstmal den Stream hier beenden.